What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Fire Session Podcast. I'm your girl, Daci J, here with my boy, Big Ken, and our fire friend, Mr. G-Mo. Happy New
Hey,
Year, guys.
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year.
Hey, this is our first show in 2021.
hmm
man.
More like December 37, 2020. But, okay, so much going on.
Yeah.
But we sitting back laughing, okay, because blessings are blessings. Shout out to my stimulus. Shout out. I know it's coming.
Oh,
Shout out. I know it's coming. Getting that money together. So I had a good week so far. How about you guys?
G-Mo, go ahead, brother.
So far it's been all good. No complaints. The comedy in DC yesterday,
Oh,
the comedy show in DC yesterday. I don't know if y'all caught that,
I
but
caught it. I caught it.
man, the White House is looking like a trap house. I don't
Man,
know.
that was the best thing. That was everything I needed. That made my
Uh,
year.
man,
Yeah, they showed up and they showed out,
Literally.
and if you're gonna close the show, I guess and sum up his presidency,
That
they
was
did it
needed.
yesterday.
yeah,
Yeah.
They
That
did
was
it yesterday. They exposed themselves for what they really are.
yes. That was
And
definitely.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
yeah,
oh, I'm like ecstatic. Thank you for doing that. We've been
Yeah.
man,
waiting on. That's what we've been waiting on. Come
yeah.
on, that's what we've been waiting on. So the fact that we got it, and what's crazy is my mom said this. A lot of them have corporate jobs, and them the camera footage was so good.
Man.
Some of them already got fired today. So
Yeah.
it's like, bruh.
Their
So
footage
anyway,
in their footage in HD.
yes,
I said this ride is different. You know, I'm used to a ride happening and we got a Walmart involved in it or something, some TVs or something. I ain't never seen them go in a government building. That's new.
But you
my
know
You
what? But you
yeah.
know what though? I got a good friend of mine on my
Hmm.
page, and Ernest Drone
Oh
also
Lord,
commented on it, and he said, you know what? We as black people need to take note of that though. You know what I'm saying? They ride it, and the way
right,
they ride it, you know what I'm saying, affected something, and they went out to something that we ain't had the audacity to do.
true.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's a negative on their behalf, but we need to look at stuff like that in the future and say, okay, well, you know what? We're making these moves, but what are we making these moves for?
Four.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So we need to take, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna lie though. A lot of meme action, a lot of
uh,
comedy.
My page was lit. Did y'all see my page? Those that follow me, my page was
man,
lit.
And everything ain't came out yet because somebody was asking me yesterday
Hmm.
if they knew who shot the lady and who shot the lady in the neck. I'm like, we saw the footage, but
Right,
will it? Usually if somebody gets shot or something like that, they would come out and say,
right
"Hey, this
away.
person has shot this person." Nah,
They
that's in the
they never
Capitol
yeah,
did.
building. They're gonna keep that light. You know what I'm saying? So
Man, that's craziness.
yeah,
man,
These y'all people. But anyway,
right.
but
Uh,
anyway, back to the show at hand. Tonight we will be discussing how to basically recover from an unfaithful relationship. Tips, tricks, guidance. Of course, I'm gonna go the savage route, but I'm gonna let Ken give y'all a little spiel.
look, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. At some point in time, we've all cheated or been cheated on,
Facts.
or both. So a lot of times it's retaliatory. So you know what I'm saying. So we've experienced it at some level. So we'll say that. So
Amen.
what we want to talk about tonight is the ways that you could possibly get over it, get past it, or in some cases you can't.
Right.
In some cases it's just too far gone, and the damage is just too far, too deep
Yeah.
for you to recover. But we'll talk about that because I don't think enough people look at the situation as being able to maneuver past it,
Right.
or they don't know how.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because people just say, well, just take some time. In that time that you're taking, it's got to be some serious work done to recover from that. And I don't think people, maybe I'll put it like this. Maybe when people hear the things that we talk about tonight, maybe somebody out there is at a crossroad right now. Maybe they're in the middle of something, and maybe it might make them go one way or the other. Maybe we'll help somebody. I
Man.
don't know. Maybe we'll help somebody say, you know what, I can handle this cheating thing. Maybe let me go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, whatever way they want to rock, whatever way
I
they
can
want to
handle
go.
this cheating situation. Like what?
Hey, you know what? Some people are just like that. Some people feel like, you know what? I'm a G, I'm a player, I'm a pimp, all the above. I never been caught before, so let me go ahead and roll the dice. Hey, you play dice long enough, guess what? You're gonna
Yeah.
crap out eventually.
True.
so,
True. This is
so,
true.
but oh, we got Ronnie on. Come on, let's bring Ronnie
Oh,
on.
our fire friend.
Hey, yeah, I'm sorry.
Nah, you good? We rolling. You just
I
hop on
forgot
in
you
here.
sent the link yesterday. I'm sorry. Hey, yeah. Hey,
Hey, Ron,
Gary.
how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, good.
All right.
Yay.
So
Say it,
we're
say
gonna
me.
jump we're gonna jump right in here, and whoever wants to start can start.
I ain't going first. I always go first.
I'll go first this time. I usually go last. I'll go first. Okay. For me, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've had any other relationships, but the last relationship I was in, again, I think I talked about it on one of the episodes where she said I was too nice, basically. And, I've heard that a few times before, but as far as being coherent of, okay, too nice, what are you trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't take it as too nice, I'm going to go find me a thug, to replace you while you still here.
Uh,
So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm happy go lucky. I'm doing my thing. I'm going back and forth to school. I'm coming home. I'm like, I'm going to go see my girl. Boom. So I go to see her, and she acting kind of different. You know what I'm saying? She acting kind of different. Over the phone, she like, "Hey, I can't wait to see you."
I
Blah blah
miss
blah.
you.
I
Mm-hmm.
get to the house, she acting kind of weird. I'm like, what's this energy? So I'm chilling. I'll go over there, chill for a little while. I'm getting ready to leave. Car pulls up. I'm like, who is this? You know what I'm saying? Grand Prix.
You
No,
knew the
Caprice.
boyfriend? You
Caprice,
knew the
Grand Prix, something like
boyfriend?
that. One of them old cop cars. It was one of them old cop cars. And I was
A
like,
no good
okay.
dude.
Yeah. I was like, but then the tripped out thing about it was I knew the guy.
I knew you was about to say that.
I knew the guy. So, I
Whew.
mean, at the end of the day, it taught me a valuable lesson. But, it's one of those things where I had no hard feelings toward him because of the way I was raised. I was raised that, you know what I'm saying, never hate the player, hate the game.
Dang.
So my pops was like, don't hate on the dude. The girl knew. The woman is the one who has the attachment to you. So
Right,
she owes you whatever. You know what I'm saying? The dude don't owe you whatever.
right.
So he don't owe you no explanation. The woman do. That's who you dealing with.
Dang.
So at the same time, I was like, you know what? This is a great way for me to exit and get back to the campus and
Mm-hmm. Go act up,
yeah,
huh?
and go act up. You know what I'm saying? Because now
Yes.
I ain't got no attachment.
I mean,
So it taught me a valuable lesson though, man. I thought it was gonna be easy when I got back to the campus to just be like, okay, I'm gonna go back to the campus. I'm gonna holler at these chicks, and it wasn't because it made
mm,
me feel, I guess, kind of insecure. To like, okay, start thinking what was wrong with me where she felt like she had to do me like that.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? And I think a
friend.
lot of people go through that. You know what I'm saying? Especially as an adult, because you start thinking like, what am I inadequate at? Where
Yeah.
this person feels like they have to go somewhere else to get whatever services I'm providing as a person, as a sexually, mentally, emotionally, whatever. I'm inadequate somewhere.
Uh,
So you know what I'm saying? That's the thing, but that's my story. I know it's kind of lame, it's kind of old. I
I
don't have no
mean,
wild, no wild dating stories because I got married when I was 20. So I've been out the game for a while.
yeah.
But I do have some notes that I'm gonna share throughout the night, and I'm a part of another show called Keeping Up the Conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday we had Dr. Joe Martin on, and he gave me some good tips as well. So I'm gonna share those because he was a serial cheater.
Wow.
So every relationship he got in, he cheated, and he had to figure out things for himself because he discussed, and it's gonna be a common thing throughout the night. Is
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people just haven't been taught how to properly be in a relationship.
True. It's
So I call it OJT, on the job training. right?
OJT.
When you're in a relationship, especially when you're young, you're learning on the fly.
Yep.
You don't have all the tools you need. You're learning, so you're gonna mess up, and you're
Facts.
gonna do some things you ain't supposed to do. But the key thing is to look at a person for who they are and not what they did.
I say especially for men, like men, we kind of talk to like women are trophies to us. So when we start to date, we like we want this trophy and this trophy and this trophy. They all shiny and pretty, and
Mm.
it's kind of like you get encouraged to go after. The more women you got, the more valuable you are. You know what I mean? And I think like that's something we learn early, and it's one of those things is that it take you time to unbreak, or you pop out of it when you finally get your heart broke.
Ooh,
Yeah.
G-Mo.
And for us, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of how we were raised because I always joke and say, growing up, my cousins and my uncles, when you see them, you get to the family reunion or the family function, they say, "How many girlfriends you got?"
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's a pride thing to say, you know what,
yeah.
I got about 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? Like
You
you're not
only
gonna say
got one.
one. You're not gonna
Yeah,
say one because
You
if
only
you say
got one.
one, then they're gonna say you
Oh, you
lame.
lame.
yeah.
And then if you got 0, then you super lame.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Hey man, you got to get on them girls. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we was raised, and at this point in our lives, we know better, so we got to do better, and we got to teach our young men better.
Facts.
So that's where it starts with us at this point to say, you know what, we learned the wrong things. So now we got to fix it by teaching the next generation that this ain't what it's all about. Like it's actually something greater than, you know what I'm saying, having multiple women is I tell my sons all the time, you can have multiple women, but you're a real man if you can please that one woman. Because most dudes have multiple women and can't please one.
Oh,
This is true.
you better say that, friend.
This is true.
The nerve
So
of you to cheat, sir.
This is
yeah,
true.
say hey, yeah, like they say, you running around showing your inadequacies.
Oh,
So you know what I'm saying, and that's just what it is. And nobody's telling them. Nobody wants to be honest with people,
yeah.
especially people who run around to different relationships and just exposing themselves. But hey, that's just what it is. So
Right.
somebody else want to share their story because I know you cheated or been cheated on, and don't get on here and act like you ain't been cheating. If you've been cheating, tell us about it. If you
I
Don't.
cheated,
go.
if you cheated before, tell us about it.
I cheated before long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was with my first boyfriend. I cheated on him, and like I couldn't handle the after effect, like knowing that I hurt him. Like he wanted to stay with me, all of that, but me, like I felt so guilty. I was a teenager. I felt so guilty. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it no more. Like I broke up with him after the nerve of me. First of all, the nerve of me. But I broke up with him, like, and I have been cheated on before too. But it was like early 20s, just dumb and in love, and like taking people back just because I won. She
Yeah.
ain't I won,
Yeah.
So like it was crazy. But yeah, I didn't cheated. I done been cheated on. But now that I'm grown, I'm not going for nobody cheating on me. And
Amen.
I'm not trying to cheat on nobody. Like I just rather go separate ways if we have to do that.
Amen, sis. Amen.
Well, that's the mature approach, and you know what? A lot of people don't understand, especially Well, I'll just speak for the men. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of men don't understand. You can get more with the truth than you can with lies.
Oh,
You
you better
can.
tell them. You better tell them.
You
So
can.
you be surprised, and if you want to date multiple women, guess what, brothers? There's some chicks out here that want to date multiple men as well, and or better yet, it's some out here who don't want to date multiple men, but who will allow you to date multiple women. They out here,
Man, the communication is the key, man. You can't.
yeah,
Hello.
yeah. So
Daci J been talking about communication for how long?
find where you fit in, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta maybe search around a little bit, but it's options. There's options out there, and it's an option that'll fit you and your situation and your mindset.
It
Because
is.
everybody don't have the same mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Monogamy is a mindset.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying? If you don't have that monogamous mindset, you can go in any relationship you want. It's gonna be grand opening, grand closing.
Yep. Just like that.
Man.
I can
So,
say, oh Lord. Okay. Like which way I want to go with this. Okay. So I did both.
Yeah, we know.
cheated. I don't like being attacked. Like I feel this like the third time you didn't attack me on this show.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Please proceed. Please proceed.
Thank you. But my actions were reactions from what he did to me. I've
Mm,
always been the type that if you do something to me, I want my lick back.
mm,
So he was a serial cheater. I knew it and I would take him back, you know what I'm saying? But this particular time is when the iPhone first drops, okay?
mm,
And y'all remember Family Maps?
mm.
So I didn't know how to use it, you know, but I had this girl who in my office at the time, she was like a big tech head. And she was like, Apple is gonna do this, they're the greatest thing, and all this. Okay. So she was on it. So she one day I say it was God because we had been going through what we were going through, and he was being super dishonest. And when you with somebody for a long time, you know how they lie. It was just like on Tyler Perry's what was that movie? Why Did I Get Married? Marcus, you know what I'm saying? It was one of them situations where every time he lied, it was like, I was over there, you know what I'm saying? You lying. I know you lying, you know. So he was lying. And this particular morning, I just was off. My energy was off. I was late to work. It was retarded. So I get to work and that stupid alert came up saying, your family map's been updated.
Mm.
So I went to her, I said, girl, what this mean? I'm just playing dumb. Show me how to use. So she showed me how to.
Excuse
So
me, yeah, I'm sorry.
it was him. It was alerting his location. So I'm writing it all down because back then it wasn't like how it is now where you can just click and it'll take you to maps and all that. So I had to
You went to MapQuest on them.
You was back in the prehistoric era.
yes, yes. Cause I mean I'm almost 34, ladies and gentlemen. So okay. So I get the directions and I pull up and guess who walking out this house? Yeah, kissing and
Oh,
hugging all on it and shit. So I get out the car. I
wow.
said, hey, okay. So you're gonna stay here and I'm gonna go home. Don't come home tonight. Nuh-uh. Don't come home tonight because if you come home tonight, I'm gonna kill you. Don't come home.
Mm.
So I went and did my dirt.
The same night?
Hold on. But how you go do your dirt so fast though?
Same night?
What I'm gonna tell you is this is true about women. If we know a situation is about to end, if we know that it's not going well, we always have a runner up.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I don't even have to have a new person. I have exes that literally they be waiting for dudes to mess up so they could be with me. Whether it
Ronnie
be
looked like you're giving too much information.
I don't care.
I ain't
I
saying
don't
nothing.
care.
I ain't got
Come
nothing to
on.
say.
Because you have to know it's always somebody gunning for your spot, male or female. It's always somebody out there that wants the opportunity to be with what you got. So I already had somebody on reserve. And I ain't gonna lie, for a while, me, because at the time I had my oldest daughter, me and my daughter would go out of town with this person. We would go hang out with him on weekends and stuff while I was with her daddy because he was cheating. I had to go do what I had to go do.
Hold on. So
Hmm.
you was spending time with some other dude while you
Hmm.
was still in a relationship with this other
Hmm.
person.
Until we ended it.
But
It-
when you were doing that,
Hmm.
did you already know for sure he was cheating, or you
I
thought he was cheating?
I'm sorry. Did you not hear me pull up on him and her?
No, I'm saying, was this? You said you had been chilling with this person though. I'm saying,
Hmm.
had you been chilling with this person prior to you
Oh no.
catching him?
Oh no. No, no, no.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I
I was
pull
just
up you
about to
on you.
attack you.
You don't attack me. No, no, no. I said in the beginning of this
And
story,
was
I
finna go
pull up
Joey
you on
Greco
you.
on you.
Baby, you don't need to.
So, on this day at this time,
Uh-huh.
where you at this location,
Yep.
and as you can see,
The lie detector test is
Man.
full of it. Okay. But I only cheated because he cheated. I've just never been a type to just cheat just off GP, like, oh, I'm a cheat. Because my whole mindset is if I'm gonna cheat on you, I'm gonna just leave you alone. Like if I feel like I want to be with somebody else or things aren't going well, I have enough respect for you to just leave you alone.
but why would you cheat back instead of just leaving them alone?
That was young, Ken. I was early 20s. Like I said, I wanted my lick back. What you
Okay,
mean?
I'm just
And I
asking.
wanted
It's just a
to.
question.
This is the thing too, though. I'm the type of person. You don't even have to know what I did to you. The fact that I know, that one up, I know something you don't know. That just feels good. Like it's like, oh my god, like I cheated and you didn't know, but I know about your indiscretion.
Mm.
So it feels good that you over here trying to play house and pay for all the little stuff and be my beck and call because now you done messed up while I sit back and you just get all this royal treatment from somebody else.
So you stringing him out?
Yeah, I'm gonna drain you, boo. Definitely,
See, my
definitely.
lick backs came when, like, after I only cheated once. I never cheated after that. But my lick backs came in between the breakup phases, and then you got to live with it after we get back together, after we done broke up. So then my lick back. So I want you to know. If you know, I ain't gonna hide it. There ain't got to be no one up in my mind. I got a one up out loud on you. So, well, it
Well, I
really
mean,
wasn't one up. It was just knowing, nigga.
somebody else had been there.
Yep.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
after that point, I don't really care if you stay or go. You here because you want to be here now. Cause I didn't got my lick back. I know I can go somewhere
Well,
else now.
I lick now. Shoot.
fellas, if you're listening, I hope you're listening, right? Women like to get their lick back. So
Baby,
here's my here would be my advice. If you cheat and you get caught, just leave.
just if it's
Just leave.
especially if it's Daci J.
Basically,
I'm gonna give
yeah.
you the blues, baby. The
With me
blues.
now, you just leave because I don't know if I can let it go. Like I don't know if I can let it go. So it's just gone and just gone your way. I ain't got no kids. Just gone your way. I go
And we're
my
gonna
way.
talk about that too, because I think a lot of times when people in relationships, when somebody cheats, people
Mhm.
automatically say, okay, then that's the death knell. Like that is it. Like that's the end all to be all. You can't be with this person. This person is not for you. And sometimes that's not the case.
True.
That's
Sometimes
Sometimes.
true.
that's true. It depends on, for me it's the timing. Like how long have you been messing with this person? Was it an affair or was it just one time you messed with this person and because maybe I wasn't giving you adequate attention or I was lacking somewhere or vice versa. You were lacking somewhere and because maybe I didn't physically sleep with somebody, but I know that I've like exploded on a dude, like gave a dude like vented to them or whatever, and they were there for me. You know how them wubbies be, them work husbands, how they be there for you. I know I've been in situations like that to the point to where the dude was getting like the wrong idea, like
Mm.
he, where he was like, oh, if y'all ever break up, I'm here for. Wait a minute, what? No, I was just venting to you. That doesn't mean I was interested in you. But yeah, I've been in those situations too, where, like I said, maybe we were lacking in some area that we could improve. Because I know couples, married and not married yet, that have cheated on each other, and it made their relationship stronger.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too.
So
But hey, the guy that you're talking about that you were venting to, that's how dudes think, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, the old saying goes, a shoulder to cry on turns into a D to ride on. So you crying on my shoulder now. I'm waiting for my opportunity to smash later.
mhm,
So it's coming. Just keep venting.
that is coming.
Yeah,
I tell you what, it's
yeah.
That's
All right,
true.
G-Mo, talk to us, man.
And I ain't never cheated or got cheated on.
Black men don't
Oh,
cheat.
what
That's what I'm talking about, G-Mo.
you done got
No,
the
I'm lying. I'm
you
lying.
just
I'm
don't
lying.
know.
I'm lying. I'm lying.
I was
That's
But
thinking that I didn't want to call my brother. I was like, man, this nigga just
It's
lying.
okay.
And
Look, it's okay. I got it. I mean, quit playing, Gino.
I tell my cheating story like I only cheated once. Because I believe in you don't gotta cheat. Like I've been fortunate to get what I want out of women without, you know what I'm saying, convincing them to do much of anything. You know what I mean? Like I ain't never had to lie, never had to cheat, never had,
shush.
if we going to the movies, we going to the movies. If we messing around, we messing around. Like it just is what
Gino
it
got
is.
that game.
I
Okay.
just it's just being honest,
But
being
I
real.
feel you. Communication is the key. If you do it
Yeah,
Yeah.
up front, you let
Yeah.
people choose,
yeah,
and then
that's
stuff will go smoother.
yeah,
Read
that's it.
tonight. Okay.
Uh, I got one cheating story. I was like maybe 21. Just got my first place. I was broke. I wasn't nothing other man I am. So I was broke, like ramen noodles every day, broke. You know what I'm saying? It was college living there. Like it was hard, man. So I had a little chick. She was maybe like a year or two. No, she maybe like 2 or 3 years older than me, and we was getting along solid. But I think she got tired of taking care of my broke ass. So she started disappearing. Like she just started dipping. I could not get in contact with her. She wasn't coming back no more. Like I think she was cheating, but I just didn't have the proof.
Oh no,
You know
she
what I'm saying?
was
So
definitely.
I'm like, damn, like I pulled her to the side. I'm like, I miss you. I want us to start spending more time together. And I think like you being evasive. And she like, okay. And I was like, damn, like no
G-Mo situation.
elaboration.
Hold on. G-Mo situation already sounds like an episode of Cheaters.
Yeah,
It sounds like an episode of Cheaters off
When you
top.
don't get no explanation behind it,
Yep.
yeah,
yeah.
she done.
Yep.
She was like,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, she out
So,
there.
so
Check
Joy,
out.
So,
I call her Joy, and she's not answering her phones,
bruh,
and I don't see her for days. Joy, can you help me? That's what this
It's
man,
not
was.
Joey
man,
no more. It's Peter Guns now.
I haven't
bruh.
watched it in a while, so but proceed, my brother.
I'm like, all right, so uh I don't want to tell my age like that, but should I jumped on Black Planet? You did? Yeah.
Ooh, G-Mo.
On Black Planet. I found this little chick. Like she wasn't even like I wasn't really interested in her, but
You
I
hit
just was I
hard.
just needed that interaction with some type of woman. I'm like, damn, my girl ain't hitting me up. She ain't coming by.
Yeah.
So I started talking to this chick, and I mean, me and the chick kicking it. She treated me like a king, like it's crazy, and like she doing everything. And I mean, she's spending days at the house. Like that's how much my girl was disconnected. Like she's spending
Mhm.
days at my house. And I'm on paranoid though. Every time my car pull up, I'm looking out the window. Like, I'm like, or that. He like, why you keep getting up? I'm like, nothing. I just gotta see where I'm at. I live in the hood, but
Oh,
I got caught through it was some dude who wanted to holler at my side chick, but then was also on the internet trying to holler at my main chick,
Oh,
and
well, so
then
he hated on you.
he hated on me big time. And when it's all said and done, I had them both when he was finished. I was like, bro, what are you doing? But yeah, I got caught up like that, and I tried to like get out of getting cussed out. So I was like, you know what? You deserve better than this. I'm just gonna leave. And my girl was like,
Yes.
nah, you can't leave. Like you got to get these words and stuff. So we tried to stay together. I think for maybe it was maybe a month or so, and it was trash. But that ended up being one of my best home girls. Like put me onto a lot of business strategy. She actually upgraded me. If upgraded me was a person, like that was me. She got
wow.
me together, and like I'm in debt to her for those things. Like she's one of my best friends, but one of my worst girlfriends. So you know what I'm saying. She know that too. Shout out to you.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's what's up.
God.
That's a great
Damn, Evo.
story. Gmo
Yeah.
That is.
Gmo got on Black Planet and went for the low hanging fruit. He just
Hey, I
said, well, you
did.
know what? Whatever's the easiest pickings, let me get one of those and let me roll.
Ooh,
Facts. I
All
did. I
right.
ain't gonna.
damn.
All right. Let me get to this list a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, the experts say that in most cases it takes at least 2 years to get over infidelity. 2 years to completely get over infidelity. Does that sound like it's too long in
That's
your
too.
eyes?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. What about you, Gmo? 2 years sound too long,
Is
Ronnie?
this
Two
2 years
years?
we together or 2 years after a breakup?
After
Well,
to get
two
After,
over
years,
it.
2 years after. So, like, say for instance, if y'all stay in a relationship, it's gonna take about 2 years for this to fix itself, or
That's
for
too
y'all to
long to
fix
be
it.
going back and
yeah,
forth
nah.
every day.
I believe it's the death of the relationship. I don't know the survival rate of afterwards. Like,
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk
yeah,
about that. So see, that's what I'm saying. Most people feel like when you cheat, that's it. It's over, and that's not necessarily the case. Because let me share something with you.
Hmm.
When I was reading this study, it said in a lot of relationships, infidelity happens, and you just never know about it.
Didn't I say
So
that?
yeah, most of these people have been cheated on or have cheated before, and they both found out about it, and they have issues, but you never know it because they cover it up well or they don't show it outwardly and things of that nature. So more times than you know, this happens, right? So the first thing on the list, it says take some time. before choosing to continue or end your marriage, take
Mhm.
some time to try to understand what actually happened and why it happened.
Mhm.
I
Like
do
y'all,
agree that marriage is a little different. Like I think
yeah.
I may be a little bit more willing to fight if I
Yeah.
got cheated out of marriage compared to like just a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, but how
She-
long though? But see, if you've been dating a chick like 6 months, okay, I get it. But if
yeah.
you've been dating a chick like 6 years, like you invested time and y'all probably done built some things together at that point. So, you will probably lean more of, well, let me try to figure this out.
Yeah.
Or at least I owe a conversation or she owe me a conversation or whatever the case may be, so we can get an understanding of why this happened.
Yeah. I mean, my situation, we had a kid together or
Mm.
whatever. So it wasn't just me like, oh, I'm about to leave you. Like, I had to think about how is this going to affect our daughter or whatever. Or would we be able to co-parent? Like, because at the beginning, I was here for it because of my child,
Mm.
But after a while, it's like, man, this ain't worth it. She needs to see me happy, and he needs to be in a happy, healthy situation too. We're not healthy for each other, but I didn't let it linger. Like I'm not thinking about this for 2 years. I'm not. I
That's
mean,
the thing. Yeah, 2 years is a long time to
that's a
be
long
mad and
time.
Well,
emotional. Like,
the thing of the matter is you gotta look at it, and I don't want to give too much away because I don't want to give too much of my list away yet. But you gotta look at it this way: that 2 year time frame is not just spent going back and forward. Like when this happens, like it's some things that I'm gonna discuss that have to begin like almost immediately. So the healing process and these processes can happen. So there's a checkpoint of 6 months. There's a
Mhm.
checkpoint of a year. There's a checkpoint of a year and a half. There's a checkpoint of 2 years. So at those checkpoints, you can look back and evaluate. Okay, is this trending in a direction that I like, that I approve of?
I'm gonna
That
say,
Like first thing first, like after the person cheat, it depends on like the remorsefulness
yep,
after the fact. Like if
that's on
they're
the list.
yeah, if they're apologetic and
mhm.
really feel like, man, I messed up, it shouldn't have happened. They really
They
want to fix I might be more willing to, what I'm saying, go through the process.
yeah,
and your actions gotta match your
your
words. Like,
behavior.
I ain't saying you got to kiss my
Mhm.
ass or nothing like that, but try to mend it.
Yeah,
Like, just try to mend it. You
I
can't
feel
be
like
like,
that's
oh well, I did this
true.
because of that, and it
Yeah.
is what it is. Like,
I
nah.
have to kiss a little ass though, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but I feel like it's the age too. Like 30-year-old Daisy is totally different from 20-year-old Daisy.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
So
for sure.
it's like, okay, like my new situation. Okay, if something happens now, can we talk about it? Can we work through this? Versus back then, it's like, cut, it's over. I'm not about to waste my time with this shit. Like you cheated, okay, bye. Is the mentality. I feel like married or single, that's how it would be. Like, hey, is this something I can fix, or is this something that I'm not gonna deal with that.
Yeah, the next one on the list is just what that G was saying. Make sure there's remorse, and like Dr. Joe was saying last night on my other show, if she's crying about the situation, brother, you better be crying too,
Yeah,
because it should hurt you just as much as it hurt her. If you
yeah,
really love this person and you really, what I'm saying, say, really feel like really feel bad about what you did.
right.
So it shouldn't be a point to where you're just nonchalant about it,
Mm,
or people get to that point, and I say this all the time, we got to get out of that mindset of this is just who I am
yeah,
and fix it and
Hmm.
actually fix the freaking problem. Because too many people are stuck in that, well, that's just the way I am, and they messed up this relationship, and they go into the next one, mess that one up because they're refusing to change their inadequacies.
yeah,
So, but like I said, I mean, for each person it's going to be different, of course, but I think we go back to the conversation that happens afterward, because when people say cheat, they automatically are going to go physical. And
hmm,
in a lot of situations, yes, it is most of the time purely physical, but in a lot of those situations it's emotions and it's other things that cause that.
yeah,
So you have to talk about that. And one of our five friends, Celise, is in the comments, and she said men have to be willing to answer honestly. We can't get anywhere if you're trying to protect your feelings. I'll add, not just men, women, everybody. because I think men get a bad rap of not being emotional, but a lot of dudes they're emotional. They just don't know how to display it.
Mm.
So you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to display it because you got to look at it in our society. Men are taught to suppress their emotions, don't show it, be tough, these type of things.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we gotta, as we got our sons and we got next generations coming up, we gotta let them know it's okay for you to show your emotions. It's okay for you to vent. It's okay for you to let it out.
It's okay for
Yeah.
you to cheat now.
Well, I mean, you know,
Don't cheat.
Who don't cheat? Then
Hey
who
man,
cheated me?
man,
Who?
let me ask this: like, why when a woman is cheating, um, why does she give up? Why y'all give yourself up like that? Like, why y'all start acting funny and everything? Like,
Who get themselves up? Who? They didn't
what?
know what they was doing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna say right
Like, I
now.
start getting real irritable with them. Like,
Now,
ugh.
let me tell you, if
Cause
I'm
by the
sunshine and rainbows now, I'm gonna be sunshine and rainbows through the whole situation. You not gonna know what is going on.
everybody in a thug like Jason,
I
like
mean,
Daci J.
I mean,
Savagery at its finest.
Yeah.
I'm an Aquarius, so you
Gang,
know,
gang,
I
gang, gang.
mean, February 14th coming soon.
Hey,
Um,
20 seconds. And 20 seconds.
you know, it's like I said, like man, look, I literally give you warning. I know something, like I know something, and you can act like I said, you act like, oh boy, no, I wasn't there. Know what I'm saying? Okay, I know you lying. So y'all the ones that's really give yourself away hard to the teeth. Y'all don't know how to cheat.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I think that one main thing about the guys giving themselves up because guys don't be paying attention. See, women give you clues too. I'm with G-Mo on that. Women give you clues too, but most dudes just ain't attentive enough to even pay attention to see it.
Right.
Exactly.
It be
Women
right
are
there in front of them. They just don't even see it.
In the same
women
room
are,
with them.
but yeah, women to change up their whole vibe. Like, and if you're not paying attention, she's acting like a whole like. And I know there's like a lot of women who cheat. They start to pick up characteristics of the man they cheating with. She'll be saying new.
Ooh, G-Mo, stop giving away the secret, man.
Yeah,
She be
let's
saying,
talk
G-Mo.
that talk,
she
G.
be saying different slang.
Oh,
You be like, what you mean, bruh? Like I ain't you never said bruh to
you
me
don't talk
before.
like that.
Be like,
You know what's crazy?
true.
you know what defense I'm running on Madden? How you know what defense I'm running on Madden? She
You
been
know
over there
what's
watching her
crazy
play
though?
Madden and everything.
That's because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you some tea because I've been a side chick before. When you are in that situation, the dude didn't y'all didn't necessarily have to butter each other up to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like you and that dude or you and that woman were super, transparent with each other that y'all low key besties, like for real. Y'all can talk about anything, so you pick up on stuff about each other because it's kind of like learned, but it's like you're you with them. Like it's what when I say that it's like you're not okay when you're dating somebody, you're giving them the representative, right?
Hmm.
You don't want to do nothing to piss them off. You really want them to like you and all of that. But when you're the side dude or when you're the person they're cheating with, it don't take all that work. So like for real, like you get that person, like who they really are. I made a post for Christmas that said if your girl gives you cologne for Christmas, she smelled it on her side dude.
I
Facts.
saw that.
I mean, yeah, that's a fact.
Let me piggyback on that. If your man give you Bath and Body Works, that mean he got 6 for 5 for the other women that he. You know what I'm
Facts.
He
saying?
bring
You
me
just had to get in the
body work.
rotation.
Yeah.
Hello.
But no, I think
Somebody wrote that idea down.
Like, oh, let me pay attention.
I
You
definitely
don't
think I'll
remember.
be one of the women who give myself up. Like I think my whole demeanor would change if I was cheating. Like that's why I can't do it. Like because my emotions will be everywhere. I feel guilty. I just can't do it. It's just too much to go into it.
See, for me, I'm an energy guy. Not many guys are like that. Usually,
Yeah.
it's women who talk about energy, but like I'm an energy person. So I feel when people's energy changes toward me, whether it's male or
Mm,
female, whether it's a little kid. Like I can feel that energy change.
yeah.
So like when people start acting funny, then I automatically start paying more attention to what they do. I don't care who it is, because that means something has changed and
Yeah.
your feelings have changed toward me, or something has changed in my direction, and I need to be aware of what's coming.
But that's what we do. As women,
Yeah.
we peep everything. Like I know I do.
I do.
Every word you say, the the worst thing you could do is tell me you're gonna do something for me, because I keep it locked in. You said on this day that you were going to
Facts.
do XYZ. And I'm not a reminder type of chick. I'm not gonna tell you that you said this and blah blah blah. So if you don't do what you said, or it doesn't come to pass, then I automatically deem you a liar. Like on GP.
That's
Like
kind of what's next on the list. Since, you know, when you have infidelity, be honest about what happened. And I think
hmm
honesty is a big, 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 big
yeah.
key to a lot of things. Because if you're honest about stuff, man, it just makes life so much easier.
Yeah.
If we can
Takes
sit
the
and have an open
pressure
conversation
off.
about what happened, I'll be more open to move forward. Like,
Yeah.
well, okay, I wasn't doing this, or if you can be open with me,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing.
we can
Like,
we can move forward.
yeah, be honest and say, you know what, this is why I did it. You know what I'm saying? Be willing to be vulnerable and expose yourself in that moment because you
Yeah.
already messed up.
hmm
And
So
but that level of anxiety you feel when you got to sit down and tell your woman that you didn't messed off on her. Oh Lord.
you got to get across the room. You got to make sure all pistols, all weapons. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be careful with that. And it's just one of those things where you know what you did. So if you're not going to sit down and give her that conversation, like I said earlier, you need to bounce. You need to pack your stuff and you need to get up out of there.
Yeah, but I think sometimes you guys don't tell us, and it's more the embarrassment is what kills us the
Mm.
majority of the time.
Facts.
Or, the person or the other person exposing the situation, or us, sometimes we don't go looking for stuff. I promise we don't. The stuff literally comes to us.
Yeah,
Like
it dropped right in your lap.
I'm giving you an
Man.
example. One time I was dating this dude last year, and like, first of all, he chased me for a long time. So when I finally gave him the time of day, he messed up. So where he messed up was social media. Y'all know I used to go live last year doing like makeup, doing my makeup and stuff like that a lot. Well, I popped up on his side chick, people you may know. So yeah, and so she went to like my podcast and my podcast page. This girl had been following me for like months. Okay. And then one day I was doing a live and I was like, I think I said, damn, I miss him. Like, I can't wait to see, or something I said on there. And she was like, I almost said old boy name. She was like, you must be talking about, such and such. And I was like, what? Who are you? So I did my live and I got off. By the time she beat me to the messenger. She was on there ready to spill tea. She had all this what we've been doing, and I know about you, and da da da
Ooh.
da da da. Da. So I went to him. I was like, your girlfriend hitting me up, you know. So I don't know what you've been doing, tit for tat, whatever between me and her, but you've been exposed. And I can't deal with you now because she embarrassed me, okay? Like, because even my friends was like, who is this girl? And what's going on, and like, why does she know so much about you and you don't know nothing about her? Because she the side chick.
And that's what he
So
been venting to.
he going
And
telling.
that's what I always said though. Like with women,
Mm-hmm.
a man could get away with cheating if he kept it 100. Like if you keep it 100, you got to go to your side chick and be like, "Hey, we can mess around, but this my girl. I ain't never leaving her. We together. I love her. She's number one priority. You could be number two, It's when dudes go out there and start lying like, man, I'm only with her for the kids. I'm only doing this. And you bring
Nah.
that embarrassment back to your
Uh,
girl. You know what I'm saying? If you keep the side chick in her place, your girl she gonna be pissed, but she may be a little bit more flexible with dealing with you going forward.
Well, like old school used to say, you can't cheat and then be lying to both women.
Hello.
Somebody got to know the truth,
Yeah.
and if your side chick got to be your confidant, she got to be your ally. So if your girl ever call your side chick got to be on board with you. She got to be like, this is Taco Bell, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Like she got to be, you know what I'm saying, on point. So where she know, because when you lying to both, you setting yourself up for failure. Because at some point, I'm telling you, when you're dealing with women, emotions gonna get involved at some point with that side chick, and
Yeah.
you're gonna have to make some decisions. You're gonna have
Yeah.
to make some you gonna have to make
He
some
was
business
gonna
decisions.
fly me out, or I'ma call her. That's the type I
You're gonna
am.
have
You
to
like,
make
oh
some business
yeah.
decisions.
Call her if you don't. You better
They
fly
over there
me out.
looking real cute and they matching outfits. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
She
Okay.
don't
gonna
care
start
about
hating.
that. Don't no. Don't promise me something and you don't do it, because then I come with the threats. I keep the screenshots. I keep the phone logs. I keep, baby. Let me tell you how. Okay, one dude I was messing with, and he was upfront about his situation. Snapchat was saved all of our messages. You know, Snapchat is supposed to disappear. So he thought by him going on Snapchat to talk to me that it was going away. They had all them conversations from 2016 up until like
Dang.
it was all word for word. Before that save crap happened, I could go back probably right now and like look at messages between me and him. You're not gonna get away with nothing, no sir. Send me my cho-chos. Quit playing with me.
All
Or I'ma
right.
tell.
Let me read the rest of this list. There's just a few of them on this list, and then we'll roll with the conversation. The last four things on this list, the number four thing was remove temptations to be re-engaged in an affair. So whatever person you was cheating with, you need to cut it off completely.
That should
Like
be a given. Like,
but you
That's
don't
kind of
understand.
hard,
You don't understand
man.
because if you've been
Ooh.
with this person and you done develop feelings and something like that with this person, that's not as cut and dry and as hard. I mean, as easy as people
It's
people
not.
think.
It's not.
And
but you can't
especially
move
if you
forward
work
with
with that
nobody
person.
else. Well,
If you
yeah,
cheating with somebody that you work with, that's
Ooh,
even
never.
worse.
Ooh, never. You
yeah.
gotta see that person every day?
That's even worse.
No.
Yeah.
So,
No. No, no,
and
no,
then the
no.
next one on the list is to move forward with brutal honesty. Got to restore trust, and that goes with the honesty piece.
Yeah.
Be selective in who you tell. If it's not something that's public knowledge,
Yeah.
like don't go telling your whole family, your cousins, your
Mm-mm.
aunts, and all this stuff. Because I'm gonna tell you what, if you tell the wrong person and you decide to stay, they're gonna hold that over your head and they're gonna look at you and they're gonna call you stupid the rest of the time you with that
Hello.
person.
Or even not just that, it's just the influence, the outside influence that
Oh
that'll have something to do with your
The
decision.
grudge
So
they'll hold. You'll be happy and they'll still be holding a grudge against him or
yeah,
her.
facts.
That's because like the outside people, especially like family, they don't love the person like you love them. They only like them because of you.
Right.
And
Exactly.
when you say, "Ah, he did me wrong. He ain't nothing," then we like bet we on your side. He ain't
Yep.
nothing else neither. And then when
or
you be like,
some
"Oh, man, I love him again," we like, "Nah, fam,
nah,
you did that
yeah.
one time. You lied."
Yeah.
That's true.
No
Or then
lie.
they'll encourage you to stay with them when you ready to go.
Yeah.
So you got
Ooh.
to just really just keep that private.
I'm
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
that with my friends. Don't tell me nothing bad about them, because I'm gonna instantly hate him. Like, depending on what it is. But if it's forgivable, girl, forgive him. But if it's cheating, like what?
And I
No.
think that's a common problem though. A lot of people do that in relationships, male and female, tell other people about that person, whether it be positive or negative, and they tell them
Mm-hmm.
too much, and then the
Mm-hmm.
other person on the outside gets too involved in your relationships, and then
Yeah.
they start putting in their opinions and their thoughts and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, and they
Yeah.
can sway you. You know what I'm saying, in the way you think and the way you feel about that person
Yeah.
because you value their opinion as your
Mm-hmm.
friend, as your family member. So that's a good one. You got to be careful with who you telling whatever going on in your relationship, especially something like this, because folks be wilding.
Baby.
And the last one on the list is, of course, you gotta go see a marriage counselor. You
Do
gotta go see
you?
a counselor. Yeah, something like this happens. It's gonna be very hard for you to start this journey on your own. Just like with any counseling, you want to go separately first. and then go as a couple. If you have things going on in your family and you need family counseling, it's always better to go as individuals and then go as a group. So, you know what I'm saying? So things can get worked out individually and then come together and work out the problem as a whole.
Yes, call Dr. Damon.
Say
I
facts.
agree with that. I agree with
So,
that.
and that's the biggest thing. I know a lot of people that have gone to marriage counseling
Hmm.
and they jump and they say, well, let's go to marriage counseling. They go together. But I'm like, I don't know who's counseling y'all, but the first thing they should have told y'all was, I want to see you individually.
Hmm.
And I
Because,
say, I say, you start the wedding or the marriage counseling when everything good too. Just like
Yeah,
oh, yeah, no doubt.
you
yeah,
need
like a
foundation.
lot of people get married and just skip over that, glaze over that part. But it'll teach you some real good strategies
No.
and things.
If you get
Hmm.
married, you
Hmm.
need to go see a marriage counselor before
Yeah.
you take that step because they're gonna go over a lot of stuff that a lot of times people aren't thinking about in
Yep.
relationships because they're so caught up in the love, they're so caught up in the emotions, they're so caught
Yep.
up in their plans for the future together, but they're not looking at the fine details of what could be and what needs to be.
Yeah.
This is true.
And
You need
sometimes you sit
foundation.
down with a counselor of any kind and they start asking you questions, you start thinking, you like, dang, I ain't thinking none of this.
Yeah.
So I'm
Hmm.
gonna tell you the
For
most
real.
embarrassing thing I ever did. Like, so with my ex, we was engaged, and marriage counselor probably saved me from marrying that woman. You know what I'm saying? But man, I was up in there, and they was like, yeah, they was like, name like three or four couples that you think is successful that you would look to for your your marriage. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, nigga, Martin and Gina, like Heathcliff and Claire. I'm like Harriet and Carl, the Winslow.
That you
And then
know.
I was like, it's like, then when I thought about it, I said, man, that's a shame. I don't know no real life couples. I said, these are all characters.
Man,
Yeah.
I was like, just bad, just bad.
Yeah, and
like
that's and a lot of people don't think about that, man. Like I guarantee you, if you ask most people to name 10 successful couples in their life, they probably gonna struggle a little bit.
I
Yeah.
can name five
Just what I'm
off
saying.
top,
Nobody can give you a hot 10 off top.
not 10.
Yeah,
But
10 is pushing
I
it.
mean, but it's like a lot of people I know are not necessarily married. They have a successful relationship, but they're not married yet. But if you're saying married couples, I can give you five.
Yeah, and I mean to me, I guess and a lot of people are gonna disagree with this, but when you talk about relationships and marriage, there's a lot of older couples out there that have been together for years. Like some of these people, grandma and pawpaw, and
Hmm.
you don't even know grandma and pawpaw was
They're
never
not
married.
married. Yeah,
Not married. Uh-huh.
yeah,
and
yeah.
they been,
Like,
and they been through something real. Like
Yes,
we
them
be
other
ready,
kids
man, we be ready to leave our mate because they stepped on our shoe. Them grandmothers talk
stepped
about
on my
your
Jordan.
granddaddy raised another outside baby, and your grandma raised him too, bought him outfits too.
Hello,
You know what I'm saying? Like they be going through some real.
But
grandma
that
was
was
a
also the
side
Betty
chick.
Wright days. Like, and we need to get out of that because they've been through too much.
yeah, I think there's a certain point in which it's okay to forgive people, but don't be
Mhm.
no dummy. You know what
Lord,
I'm saying? Like if somebody does something one time, okay, you know what I'm saying, but somebody does something like we were talking about earlier. One thing that I always is always pointed out to me is the best apology is change behavior.
hello.
If
Hmm.
you do not change your behavior, that person does not change their behavior, then don't believe nothing that they saying from that point forward
Right.
because they just perpetuating the lie that they've been telling you.
Yep.
If they actions ain't changed. So when you look at infidelity, Charlemagne from Breakfast Club
Betty.
always points out
Mm-hmm.
that guys cheat for ego, girls cheat for
Mm-hmm.
emo, and that's kind of true. Saying like G pointed out earlier, when guys cheat, it's like, man, I'm running these girls. I got these girls. I got an Asian chick over here. I got a black chick over here. You know what I'm saying? It's for show. And when women do things, they get their emotions involved in a lot of stuff. So a lot of times, if a woman cheats with this guy at work, like you were saying earlier, Daci, a lot of times that might have been a guy that she was, confiding in. She was
Yeah.
telling, that's her work husband, and she got some emotions for him.
Wubbies be listening, man.
I mean, of course they do, and they got a,
For
they got
that
a, they got a,
chance, for that
they got,
moment.
Them
and they got a
Wubbies,
they got a
boy.
breakfast sandwich and everything waiting on
Hello,
you.
lunch. Let's
I,
treat you
I
to
was
lunch.
saying about like the 2 year span. I want to bring up something else with that. Like that 2 years can be erased if you cheat and come back with souvenirs. What I mean by souvenirs is babies, STDs.
Ooh,
Like if you coming back with souvenirs from your cheating trip,
Well,
then
no,
we
no, no, no. Yeah, yeah.
STDs.
To me, that's the death knell in my eyes. Like
yeah.
if you come back and you've been cheating and you come back and you give this person an STD or you've had a whole baby over here with somebody else, eh, that's
Yeah,
kind of,
that's
you know what I'm
dead.
saying? Like it takes a special
Y'all.
person. I'm not gonna say that it can't happen, but it takes a special individual to accept that person and continue to move and be successful after that point without reliving that situation over and over again in their mind or outwardly. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these situations, it happens, but this
Mm-hmm.
person's somebody life will live in hell from that point forward.
Yep.
His or hers, because it
Ooh,
might
child.
be hers because she dealing with it, ain't saying nothing about it, she just moved on, or his because he having to hear it all the time.
Mm. I don't even
Every
think hearing it. It's just because I know I'm the type of woman that if I decided to stay with you and you had a baby on me or whatever, I don't think that I would like bring it up to you.
Yeah, you would.
But no, I wouldn't. But I would be no, because listen to me. It's like I would be so good to this child in this situation that it would make you feel bad. You'd be like,
But it's
damn,
not just the child that you accepted; it's the
this that other,
situation with it
yeah,
too. Like,
yeah.
so yeah, you will definitely somebody had a baby on me. You would definitely bring it up.
Girl, somebody had a baby and a wife on me.
but think about it. If it's a
But
woman,
you got your own kids. Like, I don't have kids, so it was like, nigga, I'm not finna deal with no crime, baby, and this not. It's different.
He had a
So
whole
so
family.
Daci J on that Rashida energy.
Yes, a
uh,
whole family. So nigga, you just got married? Like what?
Yeah,
but
and
think
that's when I was
if
younger.
if it's a
Now I'm
woman,
almost 30. It's like F you, F this baby, F the mama.
Yeah, but see, you got a different set of circumstances because, like, you don't have kids, you don't
Yeah.
have those attachments, so you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's a big difference for you because you could just burn rubber when you feel like it.
I can't
Yeah.
do shit. Bye.
but think about if you the man and you decide to stay with that woman and you got to look in this little baby face every day. See, the man, the baby gonna go off with his mama, so you only gonna see him on weekend probably. But when the woman got to stay in your house and the little baby looking in your face, looking like,
Yeah. That's real.
I think that's extremely hard for a guy to be
man,
there and to see this baby growing in this stomach for 9 months and this baby be delivered and to know that this baby does not belong to you, bruh.
Hey,
I'm out. I'm out.
definitely.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
let's
Talk
talk
about
about
I love
Gabrielle
you.
Union
I'll check on you, but I'm out.
and D Wade. Gabby and D Wade. D Wade had a little side baby. Y'all don't never see pictures of that baby. Y'all don't know what is going on over there.
Oh, that's because
Now,
Gabrielle run that relationship. Can't you tell? She wear pants and he wear skirts. So
but I was just like the whole like me and my friend talk about this all the time. I was like, we've never seen that side baby. Like she, he had kids and then they have, little calves together. But you don't never see that little boy, that
That's
other little
because
boy.
that's
she
because
not
Gabrielle
okay
plays
with
no
it.
games.
Yeah,
She
she not
plays
okay
no
with that.
games.
But you married him anyway.
That's okay. Well, okay.
He got
That,
money. He got great
Come
things
on,
going in his
friend.
life.
He got money too. Like what?
No, 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 no. But what you don't understand is, okay, let's talk about this for a minute.
Come on.
If you got money as a
Mm-hmm.
woman, you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to date a dude who don't have money. You
Well,
know what I'm
true.
saying?
This is
Like you want
true.
somebody to match your energy.
This
So she
is
found
true.
somebody that's matching her energy. So she's like, why would I let go of this when this over here? Okay, we can fix that.
yeah,
Since somebody over here,
you
you
accept some rich cheating.
you know what I'm saying? So that's a different level when you got that type of money and you
So you
got
can
them type of
cheat because you
assets
got money. Is
involved.
that what you
Yeah,
saying? So
I'm
you
that,
got
telling,
that's
hey,
money.
that's a rich man sport.
You can
yeah.
cheat because you got money.
I ain't
Say it for
saying
say it
I'm
for
not
that dude
saying
in the back.
it's right, but it's acceptable.
Cause he didn't hear that quite
yeah.
well. Hey, sir, you little broke one. Yeah, hey.
Yeah, if
You
you
can cheat if you ain't got the money to
If you
cheat.
ain't got the money.
yeah, because you're gonna have some issues if you're broke and you're cheating. Point blank, period.
Like, are you cheating? It's cold outside. Your name ain't on this lease. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
girl. I done put somebody
Okay,
out before.
okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that for a minute. Like brothers, if you all are living at a woman's house and you have
Mhm.
no car, no house, or you got you a caprice or something, and you live in
Mm-hmm.
that old girl house.
Mm-hmm.
Why you over there acting a fool, knowing she gonna put
Hello.
you out,
Hello.
Audacity is at an
The
all-time
nerve.
high.
and you
The
can't go home because
gall.
you stole out of your mama purse?
Man,
So you already know you ain't got nowhere to go.
Nowhere.
And
Baby.
then the nerve of the dudes, they'll turn it around and be like, you know, I ain't got nowhere to go.
man,
That ain't my problem, sir. Because baby, it's cold outside.
It's
That
cold,
ain't got
baby.
nothing to do with me,
It's
sir.
cold and you ain't on the lease.
Well, at
The
least if
lease
it's
say
cold,
12 days. You
at
been
least
out
Hello?
if it,
more than 12 days. You
hey, at
got to
least
go.
if it's cold outside, you know the Caprice heat work. You know what I'm saying? The heat gonna
Man,
work in the
no,
car.
it
The air
don't.
condition
You
don't.
gonna
No,
blow up. That car gonna blow up
the
if
air
you turn
condition
that heat
goes
on.
out in the car, but the heat don't go out.
That
So
car
you'll be
gonna blow
good.
up. It's gonna smell like burnt something up under there.
Some,
Now
because
you,
you're going to have to keep it running all night, baby, messing
hey,
with
you
me.
know what? If he keep it running all night and he got a Caprice, he got one of them cop cars. They sell those. They sell those at the AutoZone for $10 a heater
You
core. He
stupid.
can go get him one and put him a new one in there.
You
Well, that's
stupid,
what you got to do.
Facts,
honey. Because you can't stay here, boo boo.
I give you a
Cheating.
pillow.
Hell,
man.
I ain't give you that. You gotta go.
Just because
You know
I'm a
what?
child of God.
I ain't even gonna tell you. You just gonna come home and your stuff gonna be outside. I'm not gonna spread it out. I'm gonna just have it nice and neat,
Nice
packed
and
up.
neat. That's how you know you're done.
Bye, boo.
Okay, so let's look at this before we get ready to wrap it up.
Yes.
Okay, my whole thing is when it comes to situations like this.
Mm-hmm.
Again, last night on the interview with Dr. Joe, he said you have to look at people for who they are and not what they've done.
Yeah.
So when you are in a relationship with somebody and you get to talking to them about what they did in the past,
Mm-hmm.
if you talk to this guy and he tells you in his previous relationship, because that came up last night, when you're dating a guy or a girl, you should ask them, like, your previous relationship, why didn't it work out? Like, that's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And if that person is not willing to answer that question honestly, then that's a sign.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sign up
Goodbye.
front.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you ask me that and I say, well, you know what, I cheated on her, but I learned my lesson, it's gonna be a lot of women that's gonna be like, check please, off top. But that's cool because not everybody is built for that. No, not everybody is built to accept that.
True. And it's like if you hear my thing is if we're talking about past relationships and you keep like that's the subject of each relationship was that you cheated. Like there was you cheated. Like and you still not getting off the train. He said he cheated like 5 times or
But
whatever.
But like Dr. Joe said, you know, he was a serial cheater. And it took the right woman for him to get with, and he had to learn over time how to properly love a woman, how to properly love himself.
Ain't
You know
nobody
what
on
I'm saying?
again.
Huh?
I don't think
Taking off
yo
six.
Well, I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
think
I'm
like
just
your past should like be judged on what you have going on now. But if it's repetitive, then yeah, like you have to be cautious. But at the
well,
same time, I'm not about to hold against what happened. Like unless you beat somebody or something like that, like something extreme, then what y'all did, that's what y'all did. Like it's different things that make you
well,
do different,
well,
make you
because my
react to
thing
different
is,
things.
unless you talk and he tells you why he cheated or what happened, then you
Mm-hmm.
don't know that information. Number one.
Right.
Number two, you have to give the person an opportunity. And to me, if you're asking this person this question on the first or second date and they actually answer it honestly,
Be with them.
that's a pretty good indication that they're trying to change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they very
besides,
transparent at that point. Like
Yeah.
besides, like different people bring different things out of people.
Exactly.
So a different
Exactly.
woman could bring a different thing.
I don't mind bringing stuff out of you, but I'm not. I ain't taking on no projects. I'm sorry.
Well, like I said, here's the thing. We just have to see people for who they are and not what they
Whew.
did. And
Yeah.
that's in a relationship. And when you go into a new relationship, whatever that person did before you, you know, you if you really want that person and you really like that person, then you'll be willing to look past that stuff. And it can't be a I know it now. You're telling me this now. I'm not gonna say anything
Mm-hmm.
for a while, and then we get deep into the relationship, and then you start bringing up this stuff that that we discussed at the beginning. Can't be that. You gotta leave that
yeah.
where it is.
Sometimes things are triggered. No, I'm just saying in some
I get
situations,
it.
not Daisy situations, but in some situations you get triggered. Like, yeah, we talked about it, but something happened to make me think about, well, you did say, that you did XYZ at this time or whatever.
Facts. I
So
mean,
it's
and
like sometimes you can't control that.
Yeah,
I
and that's
agree with
gonna
that.
happen, but that person has you as a couple have to be willing to work past that. And he
True.
has to be understanding or she has to be understanding that you do have triggers and these are your triggers and it might be good to talk about those triggers
Mm-hmm.
so they can have an understanding of when you're somewhere and you say, okay, baby, where we want to go eat? Let's go to Red Lobster. And you think about it, you be like, dang, that's where I had took old girl and I had told her that. Nah, for real. Like, and then, cause like you said, women remember
Yeah, that's
everything.
why I laughed.
And then you be like, okay, no, 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 let's not do Red Lobster. Let's do, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
women pay attention to that stuff, and you have to
Yep.
be aware of that. And if you tell him what your triggers are, and he's really interested in what your triggers are, and
Yeah.
vice versa, then those type of things help fix the relationship going forward because that's part of being honest,
Right.
Hmm.
knowing what triggers you.
That's where you took that thing. Like, whoop.
I
Yeah,
agree, Ken. I agree with
because
that.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Somebody might be somewhere, and you told her your ex girlfriend used to wear China Blossom from Bath and
Oh,
Body Works.
cherry, cherry,
Japanese cherry
Yeah,
blossom,
blossom.
cherry
and
blossom.
then here
Yes.
you come in here with some cherry
That-
blossom
I know you
hands,
lying.
and you're like, what is that?
I know you lying.
See, because I'm telling you, a lot of time guys again don't pay attention to details, and
Hmm.
guys, we got to get better at that, paying attention
Lord,
to the details and remembering things so that you can properly love the woman that you in a relationship with,
this
or that
helps
you,
you.
yeah,
Like,
because women
All
give you the
over.
roadmap, and you just have to be willing to pay attention to get the
hello.
clues. They'll
I'm
tell
giving
you
you tips
everything.
and tricks, honey. You better go listen to Demanding a Better Man, the Daci J show. I give you the blueprint to Daci J. It's up to you to listen.
Yeah. So most women aren't that honest and that straightforward. So, you got to give the brothers a little bit of credit because a lot of time guys have to slowly chip away at a woman to actually get her to open up and reveal certain things. But brothers, when you chip away at that and you get her to open up,
Mm-hmm.
don't tear her down when she open up because
Right.
then see you messing it up for the next guy because you finna
Yep.
mess up.
Yep.
So when you messing up, the next guy is gonna have to deal with your mess.
That wall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times women have that wall up, and men too have a wall up because of what the person previous did to
Yep.
them. So, but that's part of what we're saying is if you have an honest conversation and you're honest with the person that you're thinking about getting in this new relationship with, or you're beginning a relationship with, and you're very honest up front, that person understands your triggers, what you've been
Right.
through, and what kind of mindset you have. And therefore, when you move forward in a relationship, things will work out a lot better.
I agree.
I agree.
So, with
I
that being
agree
said,
too.
people, I think we've given you enough of antics, but we
Mm-hmm.
give you enough information as well to try to move past infidelity. As we said at the beginning of the show, not everybody can move past it. A lot of people can't move past it. It takes a very strong love for one another, first of all, but it takes very special people to move past that. And,
Mm-hmm.
not everybody can do that. So, we're not expecting everybody to move past it, but sometimes the people that you really say you love, sometimes the stuff that they did or something you did is it really worth just throwing everything away?
Yes.
Oh my God. Well, hey, to each his own. We just want to be here to help you. Y'all already know we have the 5 session page.
Yeah.
Go to the page. You can inbox us. You can hit
Yeah.
us up anytime. We can give you some words of encouragement or some words of advice or some words of savagery if you want something from Daci J. But before we get out of here, every week we go around and we give everybody a chance to, leave a final thought with you all, something inspirational, something funny, and their information where you can find them on social media. So, Miss Ronnie, talk to the people.
Ronnie
Right
love
first.
it.
Hey y'all, I'm Ronnie, owner of Ronnie's Romance,
Yeah.
adult boutique. Yeah, just hit me up. And my final thoughts. I know I got mine too. Look, I've been drinking Hennessy all night. My
Special cup.
final thoughts from this is just if you forgive somebody, like really truly forgive them and move past it. But if you can't forgive them and you know you can't forgive them, don't waste time or energy or even emotions. Just like you just got to dead it, like, and that's just for me because I don't have kids, I don't have attachments to nobody. But if it's not making you happy enough, you just got to move on. But if if the good outweigh the bad, then make it work.
Straight, no
Facts.
doubt.
G-Mo, talk to the
Hey,
people, brother.
man, I'm G-Mo the Great. You can find me
You
on Instagram at G-Mo the Great. Crown Jewels Podcast. That's Crown Jewels with a K. Gary Grant Photography. Speaking of photography, coming up, I'm doing a stranger shoot. So if anybody out there who's single, I'm trying to put together a little blind date, a little nice date for y'all, but I want to shoot this and make it look like real legit. So reach out to me. You can hit me at KOTH photography at gmail.com. And let me know if you're interested in being one of my models. Also, my word that I'm gonna leave with is um, stay single. Stay take advantage of the single life. You know what I'm saying? If you're not ready for a relationship, stay single. I mean, a
single.
lot of people think that you're lonely when you're single, but them your
No,
years, you'll never get those years back. Stay single.
right.
You're gonna do what you want to do, and then go to a relationship. That's my thing, and that's my final thoughts. That's my word. Hustle hard. We out here. Thank y'all.
Hey,
Appreciate y'all having me.
No doubt.
always.
Daci J.
Um,
Hold on, y'all. Daci J.
yes. The
The
queen
Dandara.
here. Yes. I would say I'm a savage, but not no more. I got a whole little, situation now. But first of all, thank y'all for tuning in tonight to our shenanigans as always. First of the year. Let's get it. Um, I can't give y'all my lash information because it's somebody new that I'm working with, but don't worry, I'm gonna give it to y'all next week. Let me see here. The Daci J show will be dropping. I'm kind of on the fence. Me and Ronnie was talking about this on IG Live. I don't know if I want to do this or not, but I'm gonna post something. I'm just not gonna tell y'all when I'm posting. Y'all can follow me, the Daci J show on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. You can follow Daci J if you want to. I screen y'all. And my screen, this is my disclaimer. Come in, sit your down. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about what I'm posting because most of the time it's not real. I mean, I'm a comedian as my friend. I am a comedian as well. Let me think. It's something else I was gonna tell y'all. Oh, my advice. Okay.
Yeah.
Coming from a former savage. Look, get out here, date everybody. If you can't be monogamous, date them all. You know what I'm saying? Go down a checklist, have a starting five. Do you? But the cheating stuff, that's a little played out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get in these situations cheating on everybody, especially if you know you're a cheater. You know you're a cheater and get the help. If you want to do better in your relationship, I'm an advocate of counseling. I go to counseling. That's why I'm able to be authentically Daci J. Y'all, that's why I'm
Excuse me.
able to be super transparent with y'all because I get help too. Um, Please go to www.thedacijshow.com to get at your girl if you want more content and all that great stuff. Thank you, G-Mo. And thank you, Ronnie, for coming.
Any-
Y'all, I'm gonna be featured with some stuff with Ronnie and G-Mo. I'm mad at you because you waited until I got into a relationship to do this whole situation. I
my
would have been
bad.
down for that, but it's okay. I love my
But,
boo.
but, but send me your fine friends though. I'll get them your single fine friends. I'll
Hey,
take their pictures.
G-Mo,
I
we
ain't
do
doing
have
it.
somebody in the comments who has volunteered, so you need to go back and check the
Okay.
comments to get that information.
Oh,
So
G-Mo, I'm gonna add you. I got some people for you too. I
Okay, I
got you.
appreciate it.
all
see
I
how
right.
we
got
be
you.
doing, y'all. We be
Yay.
networking up here.
That
Network.
network, that 2021 networking is something different.
Hello?
2021.
Black
We all
business
we
all
got. Black businesses.
2021.
We all we got. But
Honey.
G-Mo, I got you though. I got you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
No
Ken?
problem.
All right, before we get out of here, you can holler at me at Big Ken's Comedy on IG, Big Ken's Comedy on Twitter, Big Ken's Comedy on Facebook,
Yeah.
Kenneth Boston on Facebook. I do go through your page before I accept your friend request. So, if you got a private page and you just got one picture or one post, I'm probably not going to accept you. Or if you're a Forex person, I'm probably not going to accept you either because it's too many of
Blocked.
those. Or if you're a graphic artist and you want to turn my profile picture into a cartoon, I'm not going to do that either. So, with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. When you cheat nowadays, 2021, you're probably gonna get COVID, so you might want to be careful with that.
He ain't lying.
I mean, imagine having to go home and explain to your wife where you got COVID from.
Bro,
Bro.
When you
bro.
been in a house
Yeah,
Ken,
you
quarantining the
been in the
whole
house.
wait.
time.
Ken, You spilling too much tea.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you've been in the house, but you got COVID. Okay. But anyway,
Oh.
y'all, we appreciate y'all tuning in every week. We like to come on here and have fun, but at the same time, give y'all information. As I always say, we like to put the medicine in the candy.
Yes.
And that's our whole process. We want to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, we give y'all some things to continue to discussing with your own friends and with your own family after the show. And each week when we bring these topics, we're also accepting topics. So if you all have topics and you want us to discuss them, inbox us on the 5 Session Podcast page. You can
Yes.
inbox Daci, you can inbox me personally, and we make it happen
We
because we
do.
want to make sure that we talk about the things that you all want to hear.
Yes.
So, and before we get out of here, same time every week. We usually on about 7:30 on Thursday night, but we just want you to know, at the end of the day, it's not lit, it's fire.
Yeah.
Fire Session Podcast. Ronnie, G-Mo, Daci, my peoples. Love them for real. We out of here. Peace.